What is up, YouTube? Figure I'd bring y'all one of these little videos. Obviously you can see by the title as again what this video is probably going to be about. So if you got any interest in it, and if you make it to the ends or anything along them lines, considering throwing me a thumbs and hit the subscribe button, because it's always helpful, and I'm trying to get on my little march over to 700. So I'm hoping to bring y'all some pretty good content that'll be pretty informative and try to help you out in any kind of way. Without further ado, let's get into it. So I've seen a few people talk about they want to start a YouTube channel, particularly with Airsoft. A bunch of guys I've seen make comments in some of my videos or on the live streams or anything like that. People that's hit me up, you know, talking about they want to make one. So I just want to give you my thoughts on making one. Yes, I'm a small channel, but at the same time, I've learned a little bit of things in the last 13 months of doing this, almost 14 months. Actually, I guess it's pushing in about 14 months now, of what I've learned and some things that you'll probably need when it comes to Airsoft related to making content or anything along them lines. But it's really important to, when you want to do this, you're like, all right, I want to make an Airsoft channel. All right, well that says something, but how far do you want to take it? There's one big question you have to ask yourself off the go. What are you wanting to get out of this? Are you wanting to just make little videos to share with some buddies, some of your teammates, anything like that? Are you wanting to take it further? Are you wanting to be on YouTube? Things like that. These are small little questions to ask yourself. Are you in it for the long term? Let me go ahead and say it real quick. Do not expect to make a video and then it just blow up. It doesn't really work like that. You got to put some time into it, some effort into it. Each edit you do, make it, put your time into it. Don't just hurry up and get it out there. I learned that real quick. That's what I used to do. I'd go play on Saturdays. By a couple hours after I got home, I was already pumped out a video. But the edit to it was not all that great. I didn't take my time. And when it comes into things like that, well, obviously your first conclusion is, okay, well, what do I need to do this? Well, mostly you're gonna need a camera. That's the biggest thing. My biggest suggestion on a camera right now is, if you can, for the cheaper value, go with at least a GoPro Hero 7 Black. Those right there have changeable batteries in them. They're really, really good cameras when it comes to stability and things like that. The older GoPros will work, but nobody wants to see some shaky footage. So when you got up to the 7 Black, the footage, what the camera does is able to stabilize you playing so much, so your footage isn't just all shaky, Nobody wants to see that. It'd make you damn near throw up. So go with at least a 7 Hero Black. Good memory card to keep up with everything, whether you want to run the video in 1080p or 4K, something along them lines. I run a Hero Black. I'm recording on it, but this is what it looks like. I'm sorry, the Hero 9 Black is what I have. Great camera. It's bigger than the 7, but I like it though, because I do things like this. I do the live streams, vlogs, things like that. So the 9 works out really great for me. Plus its stability is super great. So if you're able to get one of the Hero 9s, go for the Hero 9. Don't worry about the 10 right now. The 10's not really an upgrade too much from what you're probably looking at from the 9. So just either a 7 Black or a 9. If you have an 8, an 8 will work, yeah. But if I suggest the suggestion in between the two, and you don't have one, skip the 8, go with the 7 or the 9. If you can afford a 10, go with the 10. It's the same exact size as the 9. An edit program. There's several different editing programs. Now, you can use a simple one on YouTube. YouTube has a free editing program. So when you're uploading any videos along the lines, you can edit it there, make all the cuts you need, so on and so forth. It can get you by. My best suggestion on one is Adobe Premiere Pro. It's what I use. It's a great program. Very simple, very basic. I actually have a few videos here. I'll point one right there of how to do a couple things in it. Super simple program. Like I said, I use it, and a couple of my teammates use it. It's really, really good. Then you have DaVinci. DaVinci is a really good one. And you have Final Cut Pro. Final Cut Pro, I think you had to buy it straight out, and it's a few $100s. Adobe Premiere Pro, it's like 20 bucks a month. You can also get Lightroom and Photoshop with it, but 20 bucks a month, it's really not bad. It's worth it for its bargaining. Things like music. If you're gonna want music for your videos, YouTube again has all types of music in there that you can use, free, no copyright issues, anything like that kind of music. I use Epidemic Sound, and yet it's gonna cost to do these sorts of things. It costs me $15 a month to use the program, but it's got countless amounts of music on it that you can use. And there's other places where you can buy the licensing for your videos, and I'd suggest this. Don't just take any music you want and then put it in there. YouTube can strike that and give you a strike on your video, pull the video down, give you a strike on your channel, things like that. Nobody wants that kind of stuff. Nobody wants that kind of animosity on their channel. So you definitely need that. It's going to boil down to a couple questions. I mean, in reality, what value are you trying to give your audience? So, and what I mean by that is, like, when you're watching this right now, what value do you get out of taking the time out of your day to listen to what am I saying? So I have to think of those sort of things. What value am I really giving my audience? And a lot of my videos started with, and they still do to this day, is the value I want to give. If it's not a vlog like this, and it's just an airsoft video, just some gameplay, a little bit of music, my idea, that niche that I'm doing, is I'm trying to get you pumped up to want to go play airsoft. So when you watch one of my videos, it's a Speed QB video, an outdoor video, anything like that, after you get done watching it, I want to leave upon you as the viewer to want to go play some airsoft. Or if you're like a Milsim guy, or you haven't got into kind of the Speedsoft world or anything like that, when you get done watching it, to almost be in a consideration like, that looks awesome and I want to try that, I want to play it. So that's one of the biggest values that I can give off those videos. But these, like this, it's just, I'm trying to be informative, because I'm trying to help the viewer, anyone else that plays airsoft or coming into airsoft, to help y'all out in any kind of matter. But it's a really big question to ask yourself. The thumbnail. Okay, now let me these next two things I'm about to tell you, really tune into this, okay? Thumbnails are what the pictures are. So what you see in the thumbnail on this video, and maybe it made you click or anything like that, a thumbnail that's almost, try to think about it. It can be the most important thing, whether somebody scrolls by your video or clicks your video. And there's really a kind of a science to it. You want your video to almost be, or your thumbnail, the picture, to almost be informative, just when somebody looks at the picture, of what they're going to see in the video. So it's kind of with a two-part system with the title and your thumbnail. You want something that's going, I mean, it's cool to have, like I say, I've had some pictures of me, it's just, literally a shot of somebody that got of me, and I'm taking, just got that picture, maybe somewhere I'm at, whether it's Nashville, shot zone, things like that, or with your team, or whatever the case is, depending on what your video is about. But try to match up that thumbnail, and don't slack on the thumbnail. There's small little editing programs. You can do it on your phone. You can do like PixArt, Lightroom, Photoshop, things like that on your phone, to match up to that at any given time. It's very important. But within this same, all right, the title is extremely important to do. You do not want what's known for the most part as clickbait. So when you see a video that's like 14,000 views or something like that along, and it says like, professional airsofter smashes noob. All right, I ain't gonna get into that too much, but at the same time, that's clickbait, bro. And a lot of times people don't deliver on those things. But the delivering part is that it's okay to use a little bit what you think somebody would click on, as almost what would seem clickbait, but at the same time actually deliver on that video. So if, just fill in the blank of what the title is. If it sounds clickbaitish, if you actually deliver what that is in the video, then technically it's not just bait, because that's what clickbait is. It's just something baity to get you to click on their video, and in reality it's like not what it actually is, and it gets you to watch for it, and then it's people trying to scheme the YouTube algorithm, the YouTube pages, their channels. You know, it's more of just trying to get you know, views, trying to blow up, you know, kind of sense like that, but opposed to actually delivering to the video in the audience. What am I trying to help my audience with? So a lot of times you don't see that, but it's okay to use what may sound like clickbait if you actually deliver on that, which is really compelling. I mean, it's one of those important things. I'm sure we've all seen it when going through YouTube. But I'm serious on this one, y'all. If you want to make a channel and you want to really commit to it, you want to be what would be kind of like an Airsoft YouTuber or something like that, you know, I mean, something along them lines. Ask yourself, are you willing to do this for the long run? Because it's not, you can't get overwhelmed at first, y'all. If you go back to some of my older ones, man, like I would lucky to get 50 views in like a month. Sometimes I'd post a video and it would be hours before anyone even seen it, or even if they seen it, you know, it'd be like later on like 100 views but like 2 likes. You gotta stand out on YouTube because there's so many people that's doing stuff. I'm not the only one posting videos. There's other guys posting videos. What makes, you know, ask myself, what content am I putting out to make you want to watch mine opposed to theirs? Simple little question, but it's a long run stretch of doing it. It takes time to do it. And when you add just not videos, or I'm sorry, just gameplay, and you do things like this or like live streams that I do, things like that, that's something that came along later as I grew and got more comfortable. But and speaking of that real quick, getting comfortable behind the camera, this can be very overwhelming at first because nobody's in my room with me right now, but at the same time I know that somebody's going to watch this video. So making eye contact with you as a viewer, doing those sorts of things, if you're talking to them as if you was actually sitting in front of me and I want to address you in that sense. So try to do that same kind of thing. Later on I can maybe make a video of how to do some things in the description, hashtags, things like that. I may do that kind of video here soon. If that's something that you are into, the more technical things with YouTube to help your videos get seen, anything like that kind of hit the YouTube algorithm, let me know. Like this video if you want to. That helps my videos. If you get anything out of these videos, like I said in the beginning, consider subscribing, anything like that. Hit the bell notification because I'm gonna upload pretty soon as normal. Come check out the podcast if you haven't heard anything about it yet. The Coffee and Airsoft, I'm really excited about it. It's where a lot of y'all interact with me. I can interact with you back as a viewer, so I'm pretty pumped about it. But yeah, man, I will y'all know what it is. Make sure you go check out one video that I posted up there. Here it is again. So I'll catch you on the next one, and y'all know what it is.